Oh, God, Edith, look. God, where is that? I'm trying to remember what this scene is. This is in the courtroom. Definitely in the courtroom, yep. That's like divine. Like at the table. It's so weird to see it all in black and white because I forgot that we were cheap. We saved money. All the work prints were always done in black and white. The judge, God knows where he is. Pat Moran on the set, yes. Wow. So this is Steve Yeager's footage? Uh-huh. Me, oh my God. With hair. Still with a mustache. Mank. So he was just like, this must be in between takes or something, right? Yeah, yeah, just waiting around. We all chain smoked at all times. And this is very arty. He's doing very Cassavetes here. Leroy Moray, I think that is. I can't see who that is. In the courtroom, yes, this was filmed. And the courtroom at University of Maryland, it's where they practice law. It was where they had mock trials for students, where you practice being a lawyer. And all the jury was everybody's parents because we couldn't find anybody that looked normal. David Lockery's mother and brother is on there. Oh my God, skinny. Look at that hair. Bacon. That was Leroy Moray, who was really one of the main people that got the whole crew together and everything. And I got all the equipment from him and everything. Oh, tense as always. A movie set. So much. That whole courtroom scene, I guess it took 2 days. That still was a lot for 2 days. There's Mom, who was somebody's next door neighbor who played the prison guard. She even smoked. Look at those cameras, right? This is when we had upgrade in equipment. Certainly, we had poor Seymour Abendor. He played the lawyer. He's dead. He was a big decorator in New York at the time. I almost have dreadlocks. It looks like my hair is so stringy and dirty. I should have had dreadlocks. That would be a pitiful look. But doesn't it almost look like dreadlocks there? And we used to, David Lockridge always told me not to wash it, to put cornstarch in your hair and then brush it out. It's like a dry shampoo, so we all did that. We never washed our hair. Is that Dave Inslee? It is. Oh my God. See, everybody looks good when they're young. I mean, I don't mean Dave, I mean everybody. Now that I can see, because, I've seen the movie so many times. I remember the shot I'm filming there. It's them right before they laugh in Divine's face. Oh, Mary Vivian Pierce, who's still with us. Certainly, she lives in Nicaragua. Wow. David Lockery, no longer with us. His older brother, though, is who I still send checks to from the movie for their participation. He's in the same senior citizen place as my assistant Susan's mother is. I know, small world, right? There's Chris Mason in the background there playing the cop. She was the great hairdresser that did all the teased hairdos in really female trouble, yes. She did Crybabies. She did a lot of them. Hairspray, too. There she is. She was a tough one. We were talking about her with Hillary. You didn't fuck with her, I'll tell you. Chan Wilroy is the attorney there. God, I'm amazed he had short hair then. He's still alive, lives in Provincetown. I still see him. God, me directing. Steve getting a close-up being Diane Arbus. Oh, I love the little dots that come on. They're so Warholian. This is where we're shooting up, and the nurse maybe is here. No, we're just that was the close up. So it was it not Divine's arm, maybe for real? But we had a real nurse here that day shooting up. I thought it was a woman. And who is that? That's the person doubling in for the arm. I guess they're just getting the shot. That was a crew member. That's Dave Inslee. But what he's doing is just being the arm double. But we had a real nurse because Divine really did shoot up, but it was they put in that dye that you use to chase in operations to do it. God, I remember that shirt. I believe, is that Yak and he was Leroy's partner? Yes. And they were the two that sort of the executive producers who really, well, they were producers really. They got all the equipment and they brought the crew and then they hired, with my help, the crew. Is that Gator? I think it is Gator. Even though I don't think Gator was in the scene. Maybe he was doing crew work that day. You know, people, violation of union, non-existent union rules. Oh, God. So what is 46 from 73? 73, 27. I was 27 years old here. Look at Dave. He shot lots of my later films, including Hairspray. Yak and I saw, there's Mink, there's Taffy. That's the day, I guess the dinner party scene day. Is that, no, that's not Gator. I remember him. I'm just going blank who his name is, though. There's Divine, look. Half in not in full costume yet. Is this color? Fractured color. Wow, what is it? Like, it looks like the color, like the tint fell out from being in the attic. Is that what happened? Whoa, it's blood tinge. Color me blood red. That's what it looks like, shot in blood vision. That is so bizarre how that looks. It does look like a massacre happened. Now, this is the trampoline lesson. Divine's already probably done the trampoline here because, look, a work shirt. God, I used to wear them all the time. There's Van. Oh, I miss him. Doing all, this is certainly Vixen influence, the fish dance from Vixen we were trying to parody here that probably no one ever got the connection. But this was the day at Superstar where we shot this thing, which was a club that my friend owned out in Ellicott City, Maryland. And I think we were there 1 or 2 days, but it was endless. I remember, really endless. But Divine had already done the trampoline scene, so he was so relieved because he had done his flip on the trampoline. It does look like there was a mass murder in there. It's so weird how just the red stayed. Oh, this is out in the country. We were doing, look, this is about 20 degrees that day, too. It's like sleeting. Well, I guess it's going to be 20. Who is that? This is the whole crew, and we're out there. We did have sound, I guess. I remember that coat. There's Pat. And we had 2 rent-a-cops that we just hired because they came in the uniform. And they didn't know what they had to do. And one of them had to say, "You go that way." That's what he says it so badly. But Ed Wood would have not used it. Steve being arty there. Wow. Who is that? He was in the crew. I can't remember. Chain smoking those cools. Oh, God. God, I don't smoke anymore. Just looking at it. Divine keeping those scars on in that rain. Touching up that little Pat Moran, yeah. She did every job. We kind of all did. And this was right out at Bob Adams' farm where we shot pink flamingos. We went back there because I knew there was that river there, and no one was around, and we could, per usual, we had no permits, or I don't know whose property this was even on, not ours, certainly. And nobody came in, that Sunday morning. Oh, there's a drag queen swimming across the river on our front lawn. Guess nobody complained. Look at those sideburns. Yikes. And Divine had to jump in the water in this weather, and it was very cold. I remember that coat. Divine wore that coat for years. That's the thing you remember. You see old footage and you think, God, where is that shirt? Wouldn't fit anymore. Are we going to the river now? No. I'm amazed we had little tent poles where people could stand on it. That's like high production values. I'm amazed. I would have never remembered we had them. That is big budget for us.